Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I have the great honor of having Felix Silla with me. You have been in a ton of stuff, science fiction and fantasy and other stuff that I have loved. You may know him from Star Wars, from Buck Rogers, and others. Um, what is your out of all those? What was your favorite role? What's the one that people recognize you for most?
Everybody asks me the same thing. Which one is your
I wish I
favorite?
was more original. I'm
I
sorry,
mean,
but
no, 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 no. Well, if you were original, you win the first prize, right?
right?
Okay. No, there's no such thing as the original, the favorite. Uh, when I was working in the '60s, early '60s and '70s, we got along with everybody. All the like Addams Family. It was like a family.
Right,
So I can't say that's why my favorite between that one and Buck Rogers because they're all great people to work with.
right.
Great actors, a lot of talent, in which kind of changed a lot. In the '60s, if you shake hands with somebody like a director or producer, say, Felix, I have something coming up for you in about maybe 4 months from now. I got a job. So 6 months or 3 months, whatever, the time came, if you got the job.
Right.
Now, you sign a contract, and the day comes, when the time comes.
Right.
Oh, do I got the job? Oh, I'm sorry, you're going to meet somebody else.
Well, back in the day, it was a lot of word of mouth, right? So
Yes, yes.
when somebody said you were going to be working on something, that
Right,
was it.
right,
You took
right.
them at their word, and if they betrayed it, then they're bad. They're a bad dealing.
It's exactly right. Yes.
So we talked a little earlier, and you have settled down in Las Vegas. How you like Las Vegas?
I love Las Vegas. Over here, you go to the bank or you go to the grocery store, you could talk to your friend a guy next to you, or a lady, whoever, guy next to you, you could have a conversation. I live in California for 45 years, and I got tired of it because there's no more friendship. I don't know why.
It's a tough grind. I think in the metros like L.A., San Francisco,
Yeah.
others, people come there to work really hard. And
Right,
they don't
right.
really live the life anymore. And I agree with you. I moved out here too, and it's wonderful. I get to look
The-
at the people I'm meeting while I live here.
They're all in a hurry. I don't know why. Like if you want to say hello to somebody, they want to know, what do you want? You want something from them. Like you ask them something. It's not that. The friendship is not there.
It's the agenda. So I wanted to kind of ask you some specifics, and and these are definitely we'll get into something I think might be a little unique by the end of the segment. But the common questions that I always have, and probably similar to other fans of the shows. Twiggy was one that I always wondered, because I never got to see your face on Buck Rogers and Twiggy, and I always knew you were in. I always knew you were there, right? And I saw the show many times. You have a graphic of Twiggy, the robot. And in Buck Rogers though, you were always there. How hard was it to emote in a suit like that? Because it seems very rigid and difficult.
Actually, it wasn't really that bad. When they got me inside the suit, it was all fiberglass, right? Fiberglass and hard rubber. I asked the director, I said, what do you want me to do? I'm inside this tin can or whatever. What do you want me to do? He said, don't do anything. Walk natural walk. Don't do anything crazy. We don't want it. Just walk naturally, and that's it. That's what it was. Just the only problem I had with the suit going up and down the stairs.
All right.
And I could not go up and down the stairs because the leg they could not bend.
They weren't bendable enough. They weren't articulated
so
enough.
at lunchtime or whenever when I need a break, they just took the face off, the piece in front, and they took the skirt, and I just sat in there with my cigarette and cup of coffee, and I was happy.
Right on, right on.
Yeah.
How was the visibility? Because I know that you carried around Doctor.
Well, he told me what to do. I never
Okay.
listened to him. No, the visibility wasn't too bad. As a matter of fact, when they had to do a close-up on myself, I had to put a black around my eye because they could see my own
Because they could
eye.
see your whole eyes through the
This
mask.
there was a really, really fine screen, but they could still see my own eyes. So every day, when I had my eyes blocked, I used to go to commissary or Universal
Right.
Studio, dressed with a silver suit or without that. I had a silver underneath.
Right.
And with a black eye, looked like a raccoon. So it looks funny.
You were Rocket Raccoon before Rocket Raccoon came out.
Yeah.
So, I've already got it in the chat here. People are talking. Somebody asked about Twin Peaks. Did you play anything on Twin Peaks?
Who?
No,
Twin Peaks? No, no.
Check Wikipedia. You got Google. Come on. All right. But the big ones that are Cousin It, Twiki, and we have. And I was going to talk about. When we get to the end, we'll talk about Star Wars and the Ewoks because
Yeah.
that's the big one. That's the
Yes,
big
I
mamma
would,
jamma.
yes.
But here is Cousin It.
There it is. Yeah.
Now you said that's being like in a family, in Addams Family, and I've seen a lot of behind the scenes photos where the people they're very comfortable with each other. Like, how was that on set with that team?
Oh my God, it was like a family. We got along so well. Everybody got along with each other. We never heard the director screaming at somebody, nothing at all. The only problem we had on the show, Jackie Coogan, Uncle Fester. He ruined so many takes by falling asleep.
Oh no.
Oh yes. When he wasn't involved in the scene, like he's sitting over there, got 10 feet away from the camera, he sits in his chair and all of a sudden falls asleep snoring.
Oh
He
no.
ruined so many scenes. So the director kept going over there, slept.
They didn't have just a PA just poke him in the ribs the whole time?
No,
That's-
he used to tap him in the bald head. He said, Jackie, you know what? You are ruining all the scene. Come on, go to your dressing room, go to sleep. When we need you, we'll come and get you. That's
Yeah.
how it. Only problem we had. Other than that, it was fine.
If you have a mind for tragedy, look up Jackie's story. He had a very challenging career in life in acting.
Yeah, Jackie was a very good actor. At age
Yeah.
5 or 4, he did a movie, The Charlie Chaplin, The Kid. Remember?
Yep.
And Jackie Coogan, they came up with the Jackie Coogan law, because when he was old enough, he didn't have any money.
Right.
So all the young kids, when they grow up, they don't have anything no money because the family they use it.
Right.
So Jackie Coogan law came in, and you have to save so much money to put in the bank for them.
Right. They have to put it in trust basically for their
yes.
lives, so to protect the kids from potentially
Well, when they're old
Bad
enough,
intent.
they need something to live on, because
Sure.
when you become a certain age in the movie industry, they don't hire you anymore. They go above you. So I don't know, but the days change so much that I don't even know what's going on in California anymore. I don't go there that much. I don't know anything about studios.
it's pretty much the same. I think it's
Well.
studios making stuff. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Well,
So what I had a question about Cousin It though is that like you always had different hats and performances. Was it just kind of like bounce up and down in the hair, or did they have a lot of
well, see, I didn't do any dialogue.
Yeah.
Either one. This one, Addams Family and Buck Rogers. I didn't do any dialogue. What it was, I just reacted the dialogue from Jack, whoever was involved with the scene. I just, there's a lot of reaction because I think the script person is the one who kind of read a little bit for me to kind of do the movement. That's about it. That's
right?
all it
Right.
was.
Just kind of cue
Yeah.
you for the movement, and
Yeah,
they get it.
yeah.
You get the line right. So we also have a graphic for Ewoks. And the specific Ewok, and I did a little research because if we're going to talk to Star Wars people, you got to have the lore correct. The specific Ewok was named Wonka.
You know what?
Did you know that?
Yes. I don't believe on the names because it was not given to me by Lucas Production.
Right.
Somebody said, "Oh, your name is Wonka." I said, "Oh, okay." Now somebody else is using it. I said, "Okay, so was me or what?"
Right.
So I was the guy on the glider. I was the guy that's throwing the rocks on the stormtrooper.
I think we have one of the actual glider.
Gotta be someplace. My suit was
These are-
dark, really dark, and then I had another brown suit because the assistant director kept telling me, he says, "Felix, you get shot, you're dead, and then reappear again." I said, "Well, give me another suit," because I was doing a lot of stunts on Return of the Jedi. I was doing a lot of flying on cables and things. If I only had one suit, and the rest of the guys have 2 or 3. So that's the one on the glider.
That's the one on the glider.
Yeah.
So how did they get you rigged up in the glider? I mean, it seems like that was a very physical. Like you're up on this, rig suspended over a studio.
We did a scene. It must have been like I would say, the height of this roof, the ceiling.
About I don't know,
25,
15 feet.
Yeah,
15 to 20.
20 feet, whatever. And the length was from here to, I would say from here to the wall at the end. Maybe it's shorter. Not this wall, the other wall, on cable. And there was one shot deal because I got shut down and I got killed. So
Right.
so the glider disintegrated because it was like a primitive thing that we made ourselves.
So did they have it break apart? Did they have like cables on it pulling it apart
No,
when
it
you
was
flew?
like on cable, and it was laying underneath, and it just flied, and boom, it crashed, and you hit the bottom. What they did, they dug a bunch of holes in the dirt, and they put a mattress in there, and some crushed boxes, and put dirt on top.
So did you film this actually in Muir Woods, or was this
Yeah,
inside the studio at Kerner?
No, we'll film a lot of the stuff at the Redwoods in California.
Oh,
It was
wow.
in Crescent City. We went every morning. We used to go 6 o'clock in the morning. A school bus picked all old people. We go up in the mountain and do all the work, and then at night to come home. We go across the big road. There's a bar and a restaurant. We had a little dinner. We had a couple of drinks and dance a little bit, and then the next morning 6 o'clock, man, same thing over and over again for about 2 3 weeks.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. And so the different Ewoks, as you say, just clarify. So you had different costumes that they would provide you, and you would actually play different Ewoks.
Right.
So when people try to say like, oh, you're only one of them, that's actually not exactly correct. It's because you were playing lots of different parts.
You know what? The
scenes.
problem was we filmed so much that when I went to see the movie, I said, "What are the things that we did? All the stuff
Right.
that we filmed is not in there." If you blink your eyes, you miss it because it goes so fast.
I've heard that George Lucas likes to shoot a ton of footage, and then just they edit away most of it. But
I don't know whatever they did, but we had a lot of fun, and George was really nice, and
that's awesome.
I got a residual check. The first one, I have to call the production and say, "Is this real or not?" I don't want to cash it,
The
I
Star
wanna
Wars
make sure-
effect.
Yeah, I want to make sure it wasn't real. But anyway, George has been really nice to little people, and I got to meet a lot of nice people from England, like Kenny Baker.
Oh, sure.
May
Sure,
rest
there's
in
R2D2.
peace, he died. Yeah, R2D2.
He's the
Uh,
late
I
Kenny
got-
Baker.
Yeah, I got to fly a lot and go from California to London, back and forth for fittings and things like that.
I
And
think
then
it's Pinewood Studios, is it?
no,
Is it Pinewood or?
no, not Pinewood. I didn't film there. I
Right.
went for special fittings, but I filmed at Indiana Jones: The Temple of Dooms.
You were in Temple of Doom?
Yes, I was with George in the company for 6 months. We traveled everywhere. I did all the work for Short Round.
Oh wow!
Yes.
So you said that he did stunt doubling for young folks.
Yeah, Short Round. I did a lot of stunts when we were in in the '60s. A lot of kids work in the business. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I know you have a panel in 1 minute, so I just wanted to ask if you have any like social media or something that you want people to check out.
I just want to say thank you so much. I live in Vegas, and if you want to get in touch with me, go to felixsilla.com, and here we are.
All right,
So-
Felix, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so
Man
much.
behind the mask.
Now I'm going to do a little panel for
And
Star Wars.
we'll see you at the Star Wars panel
All
in
right,
just a
thank
moment.
you.
Cheers.
Thank you.